Eleuthero, also known as Siberian Ginseng, can be found growing in southeastern Russia, northern China, Japan, and Korea. And it's the root of a plant that has been used in Eastern European folk medicine for hundreds of years. But it wasn't until the 1940s that it gained fame and popularity in Russia and Europe. There was a Russian physician named Israel Breckman who had studied Korean ginseng and documented its effects on the body. He found that it was adaptogenic in nature and it helped the body to adapt to stress, and it also improved overall immune function. And importantly, it achieved this while being non-toxic and having little to no side effects. High-quality Korean ginseng has always been very expensive and definitely wasn't cheap to get in Russia. So Israel searched the Russian forests for an alternative way to achieve the effects of Korean ginseng. His search led him to this plant called Eleuthero, which has a different chemical composition than Korean ginseng. They're not actually closely related, very distant relatives, but it offered many of the same benefits, and this came to be known as quote-unquote Siberian ginseng. It was heavily studied by the Soviets in the coming decades. A Siberian ginseng specialist who I know actually once told me that more money has been spent researching Siberian ginseng than any other herb in the world. I haven't been able to prove this claim true or false, but I did find it pretty fascinating. Unfortunately, most of this research done in Soviet times is still not available in English. Siberian ginseng was a common part of the training protocols of Soviet Olympic athletes who used it to improve their endurance and overall performance. And while American astronauts were busy taking amphetamines into space, Soviets were reportedly taking Siberian ginseng with them. Soviet scientists found great results from giving the Siberian ginseng to highly stressed workers and also giving it to people who had been exposed to radiation around Chernobyl. Now we just want to note here that it's generally the roots of the Siberian ginseng plant that are used, although there have been some studies done on the fruit and the leaves, but for this video we're going to be talking specifically about the roots of the plant. Now looking at some more modern research, a small double-blind study done in 2010 gave college-aged men 800 milligrams a day of Siberian ginseng for 8 weeks, and they tested their cycling fitness. And the group that was taking Siberian ginseng saw a very impressive 12% improvement in VO2 max and a 23% improvement in endurance time, meaning how long they can do the activity for. And this lined up really well with a study that had been done back in the 80s that found a 23.3% increase in total physical work capacity. Animal research has also found that Eleuthero consumption significantly increased time to exhaustion for swimming mice. It did this by lessening the buildup of lactic acid and blood urea nitrogen while also increasing their fat utilization. The active compounds that we find in Siberian ginseng or Eleuthero, known as eleutherosides, are known to activate AMPK, and this is a pathway that speeds up metabolism and breaks down fats to help produce more energy. It's also suspected that Eleuthero may be activating BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which improves neuroplasticity and allows the brain to grow and adapt more effectively. In studies on animals with Alzheimer's, Siberian ginseng extracts also increased acetylcholine in the hippocampus, and this was found to improve communication between the neurons. Chronic stress is also very toxic for the brain, we all know that, right? And it can interfere with healthy brain functioning. And animal studies have also shown that Eleuthero increased mental function and decreased the time needed to recover from stressful events that the animals experience. It also has some interesting immune benefits, decreasing the negative impact on the immune system from physical training. In a 6-month study with 93 individuals with herpes, it decreased the frequency, severity, and duration of their outbreaks. One other study that I think is worth mentioning is one where they gave 300 milligrams a day of Siberian ginseng extract to elderly people who had hypertension, and they showed an increase in social functioning and improved mental cognition. Now, Siberian ginseng does have a number of contraindications with various medications and health conditions, so if you have any particular health condition or are taking medications, please make sure that you consult with a functional medicine doctor before starting to use Siberian ginseng. Now, if you've tried Siberian ginseng before, let me know down in the comments what your experience has been like. And if you haven't tried it yet, but you're curious to, let me know of these benefits that we've talked about, what you're most interested in seeing if it can create in your life. And before you go, here's a video that I think you'd enjoy watching next, and here's one the YouTube algorithm thinks you'd enjoy. And there's a link to our website. Have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you all again next time.